Mr. Kaufman, thank you that you've found the time for us.
Thank you.
And just a few questions for you.
Sure.
If you made a movie about yourself, about your life, how would it be called?
I guess shit disturber. Well, I think most of my life has been spent pissing people off. I'm very good at that. So I think it would be an appropriate title, The Shit Disturber.
Okay, do you have any actor who should take the role, who should play you?
An actor who should play me?
Yeah.
Who's that young... There's a young German actor who's becoming very popular now. What's his name?
Daniel Brühl?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay.
He should play.
Daniel.
I think he'll be very good.
Okay.
Is he a shit disturber, Brew?
Not really, I think.
But he can act. He's a good actor.
Yeah, but he has this one expression in his face. He's
I have
just.
I'm the same way. I only have one expression.
Yeah. He's just like Nicolas Cage.
Perfect. That's good. Daniel Brühl will be fine.
Okay. Name your top 3 most hated movies of all time. Non-Troma.
I think, well, I don't know if I can name 3, but certainly Forrest Gump is one. Pretty Woman is another. And there is a new one out. Well, I think I can only name 2 that I really, really hate.
Forrest Gump and Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's good.
good choice.
I can't think of a third one, to tell you the truth. They're so far ahead of the others that I don't know if I can come up with a third one that is in that league. Those are so bad.
What about films from maybe Uwe Boll?
No, Uwe Boll is an independent filmmaker. He's a good guy. He saved a drowning dog. He saved a drowning dog. He's a hero.
Do you have a favorite movie by Uwe Boll?
I don't know his work too well. I thought Postal was quite good.
Postal, okay.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen some other movies, but I don't know the names. But Postal was very enjoyable. It was kind of like a Troma movie.
Yeah,
But better.
Well, I
But
wouldn't
better
say
than
that.
Troma.
What are your plans for the future? Will there be another Toxic Avenger movie?
We are writing the 5th Toxic Avenger movie, and the original Toxic Avenger has been signed to a remake. And the guy who got an Oscar for Beautiful Mind, the man who wrote that script, he and some other people have bought the remake rights and have paid a lot of money to remake the Toxic Avenger. And they don't talk very much to me, but I am reading in the journalists that Tom Cruise wants to play Little Melvin, and that what's her name? Fox, Megan Fox. They are considering Megan Fox and also Cameron Diaz in consideration for main parts, and they're going to spend $100 million on the remake. They're going to make it like The Mask, to aim at kind of PG audience, PG-13, family,
Yeah.
make it into kind of family, like The Mask. Meanwhile, we will make Toxic Avenger Part 5. And
Family movie.
Our movie will be more like the Manson family. It's a different kind of family, and only 3 people will ever see it. Just like all my movies. No distribution, and nobody comes to see it. Perfect record.
Many of our listeners actually liked Surf Nazis Must Die, and are wondering if there will ever be a sequel to it. So, do you have any plans for making this movie with maybe surf Nazi zombies rising from the sea?
Surf Nazis, I can take no credit for Surf Nazis. Surf Nazis was made by Peter George and Robert Tinnell. Troma was back because we were stupid enough to distribute a movie that nobody would touch.
I saw it 3 times.
We did. We made a very big success, but we cannot take credit. And if anybody wants to make the sequel, it will be Peter George.
Hollywood is in these days making a lot of movies with 3D and CGI effects. What's the general Troma answer to that?
Well, we have come up with the more inventive cinema of the mind, where we don't use 3D. We have flat, old-fashioned 35 millimeter, one-dimension movies, and the audience can use their imagination. It's called cinema of the mind, and sometimes we also apply that to paper and pen, and I write books where people can use the cinema of the mind when they read my books. It's cinema of the mind. Troma invented that.
Okay.
It's a hot new technology called books. Books and movies with no 3D. It's going to be a new gimmick. No 3D. Toxic Avenger Part 5 will advertise. Not in 3D.
It will?
It will not be in 3D.
Yeah,
we'll advertise
that
it.
way.
We'll put it on the poster. We'll put it on the poster, sure.
Okay. Name your favorite Troma movie and the one you regret most making.
Well, my favorite Troma movie right now, because it's Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. I think it's the best. Again, this is of the movies I've made. That's my favorite, Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. But we have about 800 movies in the Troma library, and I didn't make all of them. Death by Temptation, which is Samuel Jackson's first movie, is a brilliant movie. That's a favorite. And Combat Shock by Buddy Giovinazzo is a wonderful film. And Cannibal the Musical, which is by the South Park guys. That's a wonderful movie. But my favorite of the movies that I have written and directed, or produced and written and directed, is Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. And I hope you can get to see that film.
Didn't see that one yet.
Well, you should. It's the best Troma movie.
Okay.
If you have time and you like zombie chickens,
very much.
Then check it out. Check it out.
And the one you regret most?
The movie I regret most, well, we made a movie in Israel called Big Gus, What's the Fuss? It's the only movie I refuse to show people. It's not, there's no sex or violence. It is a G-rated movie, but it's so bad, and I'm embarrassed. I think that's the one I regret the most. Tales from the Crapper is an interesting Troma movie because we fired 2 sets of directors, and I regret that. And there's a documentary. Tales from the Crapper is not a very good movie, but if you have a beer or two, it becomes entertaining. It's funny. It's a funny movie, and there were lots of stars in it. Friends of mine, when the movie got into trouble, friends came to help it. Trey Parker is in it. Sam Raimi, Ron Jeremy, James Gunn.
Ron Jeremy.
There are many stars because we had trouble with the people who made Tales from the Crapper, and I regret that I didn't fire the people more earlier. I should have fired them immediately, and I should have directed the movie, and I regret I didn't. But the movie is still kind of funny. Still, you'll have fun if you see it and smoke a joint.
As we know, you have a little role in the film we're about to see in a few minutes.
Yes.
Attack of the Troma God. And how did it come, this collaboration with the young guy here from Nuremberg?
Leslie, the director, we were in jail together, and
in what jail?
Somewhere, it was Cologne, I think, and he was my bitch. I spent all my cigarette money on him, but in return, it turns out he was a big Troma fan, and he wanted to make a Troma tribute movie, an homage, or a Tromage, as you might call it. And he's traumatized, and since he was giving me such an honor to spend 2 years making a Troma tribute movie, I came to Germany to play a small role in his movie and to try to help. And then now I came again 2 years later to help him promote Tromagit, and in return we are also promoting the Troma brand here in Germany, because we have Troma has no distribution other than the internet piracy, and at least people can see our movies. If you go to ch131.com, you can see all the Troma movies at no cost. Pirated.
Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you very
Okay.
much.